Are weekend warriors jaded about the industry and being a professional fisherman? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. Are we, as weekend warriors and fans, are we jaded by the industry and professional bass fishermen as a career, as a job? In 2008, I started a radio show with my buddy and did it for way too long, all the way up to COVID, then started this channel. So I've been able to see a good portion of the evolution of professional bass fishermen evolve into what they do now. Now, some of them have turned out to be great anglers, but a majority of them turn out to be great anglers compared to weekend warriors, but mediocre in the grand scheme of being a professional bass angler. And it made me question and ask the question that maybe we as fans are jaded on how stressful it is to become a professional angler and be successful at it too. You have to remember that professional anglers do not have a 401k. They do not have a retirement plan. They're basing what they're doing on sponsorships, hopefully cashing a check, and then saving themselves. Maybe they make some extra money with lure design or whatever it is, but there isn't anything they can fall back on. And a lot of times when you first start out as an angler, they're basing a lot of the sponsorships on people that they know, people that they know that have businesses or that are friends of the family that don't mind giving their marketing budget to someone attempting to live the dream. But are we jaded by that dream? And throughout the years, I always felt like there were so many anglers that did really well in their lives. So many anglers that were able to live a better life than us common folk. And that's me included, especially me. But I've come to realize over the last few years, when I start diving into the statistics and the money that anglers make, and I really start to question that if being a professional angler is something I would ever push my own son to do. Because expenses are outrageous. So are entry fees. And the truth is that the bottom 60 or 70% of the anglers in the elites and the BPT are paying for that upper echelon angler. That upper echelon is winning more money than the rest. And there's only a certain window that you have as an angler. You might have 4, 5, or 6 years of being on top. Not all of us are Jacob Wheeler, but it's about consistency throughout your career, but also knowing when to get out. Because it's a real shame to see anglers move from organization to organization and then get into that organization and just, no offense, they fail. And they continue to push themselves to get to their former glory. And that former glory, if you're not evolving with technology and evolving in what's going on, you're never going to reach that former glory. And that stinks as an angler. And as us, the weekend warrior, we continue to love and show support for those anglers. But deep down, we're probably saying, when is this guy going to retire? And these days, because of social media and YouTube and all the other platforms that you're able to use to build yourself up, there's a lot of anglers that decide to go super controversial, attack, and just say some outlandish things that have no fact and are all fiction. And I find myself as someone who, maybe I've been told I'm not media, I've been told I'm a phony, but I find myself as someone who's trying to make a little bit extra money, which is very little in this whole thing, try to become better and understand where a professional angler is versus a weekend warrior. And I think that as weekend warriors, we are jaded by the glory and the fame and all the stuff that comes with being a professional angler, the highs. And I don't think there's enough people looking at the lows that the anglers go through. The anglers struggle, seriously struggle, for years to qualify for the elites, qualify for the BPT. And then to get into that, you have to work as hard on your sponsorships and being a salesperson, being a salesman for your sponsor, than you do out on the water. And when you do that, you suffer from that. Being a professional has a lot of glory, but the truth of it is there's a lot of people that don't succeed and struggle with the financial responsibilities that come with being a great angler. And when you struggle and you're concerned and you're stressed about money or anything else, it has a drastic influence on how you do things. You will start to skirt the gray area. Or if you've had glory and now you're not, you will push the limits to achieve that former glory. I've said that a few times. And the industry is much tougher than we all know. As a weekend warrior and as a fan, we see the glitz and the glamour, but we don't realize the people who are struggling just to make it. And it isn't just the elite anglers or the BPT anglers. It's open anglers. It's invitational or pro circuit anglers. It's people in the BFLs. It's anglers that are trying to make a living doing what they love. But at some point in time, you need to look at if it's really successful for you and either change your game plan or change your business. And it's tough for me to tell young anglers that watch the channel, that reach out, to say, make sure you put school first. It's tough to say that. I don't want to ever break someone's heart and take away their dream. I think that if you work hard at anything, you can be good at it. But at some point in time, someone has to be honest with you. And I think there's too many people that say yes and not enough people that say no. And I also think that getting a reputation that you're controversial or negative doesn't help you as an angler. Or just speaking whatever comes to your head. And I think that the weekend warriors we need to be more in line and adjust how we think and talk and discuss being a professional angler. Because it is, crazy enough, it's a pipe dream for a lot of people. And while you might be a absolutely stick and hammer at your local lake, being diverse, learning, adjusting, adapting, and evolving will be the best thing you can do to be an angler, and being social media oriented. But are we as fans jaded by the industry and the glory? Comment below and tell me what you think. This one's completely off script. I have 3 lines of notes in front of me where I usually have pages. So hopefully something you guys enjoy, because this would make my life a lot easier to do videos like this. But we don't know. But comment below and tell me what you think. Are we jaded by the industry? And as a professional angler, comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. This is the best community. But if you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, click that button, and welcome to the team. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.